Hello everyone, myself Amit Mod, pursuing MTech in Computer Science from IIT Jodhpur. So here is our assignment 2 of Agent for Computing, where here right now I will going to demonstrate the first question, that is the network aware virtual machine migration. So we will see the demo that how the virtual migration we have to do. So this is basically the hint that we will follow here. So let's move to our virtual Oracle virtual box. So yeah, this is our Oracle virtual box. So here I had already created two virtual machines. So basically what will be the flow of this question is, like in this Oracle virtual box, we will create a one cluster that will be having two operating system, 2S. And then the another cluster will be our VMware workstation that we will see later. So we use these both for the virtual network configuration. So for that, let us firstly see that how we will going to create a virtual machine. So I had created these two, that is Lubuntu and that is Windows. But this Lubuntu is uh, Lubuntu is the lightest version of Ubuntu. So that's why we had used this, because as we have very limited resources. So rather than the system got any defect, better I had gone for Lubuntu. And the next I will use will be the Windows 7 operating system. So let me first delete this. So yeah, I had removed this Windows 7. So now I will show you that how we can create a virtual machine. So for that, we will go here for the new. There we will insert a name, suppose Windows. So yeah, and we will select its ISO file. As I told, here I had considered Windows 7, so we will consider its iOS file, and here it is showing Windows 7, and this will be of 64-bit. So yeah, next we will have follow the default base memory, and for processor we will give at least two. Then create a virtual hard disk now. So yeah, we will let it remain as it is. So this is basically the summary. It is showing that it is a Windows operating system, Windows 7 operating system having 64-bit. So yeah, as soon as I click on this finish, it will create a virtual machine. So now you can see here that it had created a Windows virtual machine having operating system Windows, that is Windows 7. So and similarly that I had also created this Lubuntu. We can also remove this, but still it is of no need. As I had shown, we will follow the same step for this Lubuntu also. So now our two virtual machines have been created in a one cluster in our Oracle virtual box. So after this, now we will see that what will be the flow further. So we know that in this physical system, we we had created two virtual machines in one cluster. That is in this Oracle Virtual Box. So now we will do a thing. We will migrate this, or we can say we can export this in VMware Workstation. So there we will check it that whether these two have been migrated or not by opening these two virtual machines in our VMware Workstation. So for that, we need to install a VMware workstation that I had already installed. We can see here it is completely fresh. We had not added any of the virtual machine till now. So now we will go for exporting. That is, we will export from Oracle VirtualBox, and basically this step will be the migration step. So basically this Oracle VirtualBox VR1 cluster and this VMware Workstation VR second cluster. Here we don't have any virtual machines right now. And here we have two virtual machines. So what will we do? We will just give its right click, export to OCI. Yeah, there we will change its format to 1.0, and for its name, let's change its naming for our easy understanding. Let us give its latest, suppose. And yeah, we will not make any much changes. Next, it is basically the application settings. We will not do anything here. So yeah, for similarly, we can see here it is writing appliance. So as it is writing appliance, till then let me show you that yeah, this Windows 7 is also working, but it will take some time. So just I will show here that will make sure that yes, we had uh, done this. So it is starting right now. So you can see in VirtualBox. So basically this will take much more time while Windows is loading files. So like rather it will consume much more time. We know that it will occur. It will be having proper installation. We can see the Windows starting Windows. So now I will like stop here, else it will take more time. But yeah, this is how we had created our one of virtual machines. So yeah, I will stop it right now as our migration is also working. So we can see that we had done the migration for Lubuntu. Then we will go for Windows Lubuntu. So for Lubuntu, it is going on. We will similarly follow the step for Windows 7 that we will consider a format 1.0, and let's change its name for our easy understanding to latest. And as soon as we are giving the next, yeah, this is appliance setting, and we can see that further after this Lubuntu, this window will also get exported. So now we move to our workstation, that is our second cluster, and there we will see that without using any ISO file, we will migrate that two virtual machines of the cluster that was of Oracle Virtual Box. So let us open a virtual machine. So here we can see that for Lubuntu it is showing as we had changed its name to latest for our easy understanding. So we will select this and we will open this. So basically it is asking for name. We don't no requirement for right now to give its name. Let's import. So here we can see that it is importing, and it will basically take some time to import because we haven't used any ISO file here, and it is doing migration. So it will take time. So here basically we can see initially here we don't have any of the virtual machines showing as the importing process or the migration process is going on, and as soon as it got completed to 100% we can see here. So it is going to complete, we can see here. And yeah, basically we can see in this left palette that it is got migrated Lubuntu latest, and as soon as we power on this virtual machine it will start. Similarly, we will go for the migration for the Windows 7. So here we will open a virtual machine, then we will go for Windows latest, and yeah, the similar process. We will import it, and this will import. It will take some time here also, and yeah, we can see that Windows has been also migrated, Windows 7. So as soon as we power on this virtual machine, we can see this. So this basically shows that without using any ISO file, we had done this migration. Else we need to follow the ISO file for using and creating a virtual machine in a workstation, VMware workstation. But still, without using any ISO file, we had migrated these two virtual machines from cluster one, that is from Oracle VirtualBox, to this cluster two, that is VMware workstation. We can see here both the work, and this basically shows the details that we had assigned it during creating a virtual machine. So it considered the same as we can see here. So yeah, this was our assignment, and we had demonstrated the network aware virtual migration. So without using any ISO file, we had migrated from one cluster, that is Oracle VirtualBox, to the another cluster, that is the VMware workstation of our both virtual machines, Ubuntu and Windows. So thank you, and open for feedbacks and suggestions.